Welcome back to the deck, bourbon fans, drinkers, YouTube watchers, someone randomly scrolling by and just thought they'd watch this video. We got something special tonight. We have got our barrel pick. When I say ours, I mean the ones that we were involved in, not ours. We didn't pay for it. It's at the store down the street, the two stores down the street, that we were fortunate enough to be invited to join in and be a part of the barrel pick. So thank you, Nate, one of our awesome members, for involving us in that. And we're going to jump into this sucker here in a second and see if it's better than what we thought we picked, or worse. What's going on, everybody? I asked you a question like you can answer. Whatever. We're going to get in this here Maker's Mark, and it's not just any everyday Maker's Mark. It's a barrel pick that we picked, kind of. There was 6 of us, and we're 2 of the 6. And we didn't agree. Are you surprised if you know us? We didn't agree on, when I say we, I mean her and I. The other people you don't know, so.
Well, everybody didn't agree.
Well, no, we all agreed to agree on this one.
Yes.
But we didn't really come to a finalization of what we all really liked. And it's not anybody's fault. Like, when I say that, I don't want anybody to think, oh, well, there was disagreement, there was argument, or Maker's Mark wasn't very, what's the word I want to use? Helpful? We just was there forever, and it was time. Day was ending, so we needed to choose one. They gave us a lot of options. We made a video of the day, and it's been posted. It's been about 2 months. I don't know. I'll tag it so you guys can watch that if you choose. It's a long one, but you can cut through it or whatever and see the process and everything that Makers did. We don't want to sit here and talk about that the whole time because we've already done the video, so you can watch. But it was a great day. We had a lot of fun. It was a wonderful experience, and we appreciate Maker's Mark giving us that awesome experience.
Oh, yeah. It was
so
awesome.
Please go back and watch that so we don't have to talk about that forever, because don't want this to be a huge, long video. So I do have our little book that Makers gave us to talk about the different stave profiles and how this works, and we'll make it quick. They have what's different about Maker's Mark compared to the other barrel picks is, hey, YouTube watchers, if you're watching this channel, that means you like bourbon, or you like us, or you don't like us and you're watching. But whatever reasons why you're watching, there's a way you can keep watching.
Like, comment, hit the bell, subscribe, and share.
So whenever you guys hit the bell, that'll give you notifications for whenever we post a video. And the important thing that it does is let you know we're doing a live stream. We always give away bottles of bourbon. If you're looking for bottles, we try to give away some that's not always the easiest to get. You never know. So hit that bell, make sure you get those notifications so you don't miss out on anything we're doing. Also, lastly, is we get this little button down here that says join. You guys can join and be a member, be part of the Deck Night crew. There's multiple levels of membership that will give you different options and opportunities to participate with the channel. Make sure you share and comment. We really appreciate all you guys. We hope to see you around again with your comments and in our live streams.
Join us on our live stream coming up soon.
Keep sipping. See you next time. I don't know, I can't talk for all of them, but other barrel picks, usually they pick a couple barrels and you get to try them, and then you pick from those barrels that they already chose for you. And it's just, that's it. It's like these 3 to 5 barrels, and you taste it. And I'm not going to try to, you guys know me, I'm always telling people that they're dumb, they're wrong, or don't know what they're doing, or whatever, when I'm really the dumb one or wrong one and don't know what I'm doing. But my point is you get all these people like, oh, it's just a wonderful barrel pick, it's so awesome, we chose the best barrel, and it was, they really don't. They get 3, 4, maybe 5 barrels to choose from that the distillery chose for them. They don't get to go in the distillery and say, I want that barrel, I want this barrel. Now, if they're big time money spenders, that may be a different world. But just for the standard barrel picks, it's, here are these 3 barrels, you're choosing from them. And then they all come back and say, oh, it's just such an amazing barrel. You guys are getting the best barrel you ever had. It's the best store pick, whatever. I hate to bust your bubble, guys. Store picks are just random barrels that are picked. It's a single barrel that's picked by the distillery. To me, it's not any better than if the distillery picks a single barrel and makes it, because they're really picking it anyway.
But Maker's Mark is a whole different ball game.
Exactly, because they have their 5 stave profiles. So you got the Baked American Pure Seared French Cuvée, Maker's Mark 46, Roasted French Mendiant, and the Toasted French Spice. And you get to take 10 of those staves of any order you want and create the flavor profile for you.
So you can take 4 of the same, 3 of the same, all of it, 2, 2, 2, 2, and put them together. So you really are creating your own bottle.
And now the only reason why I say we didn't really agree on it is because this could take, I mean, we never once hit
could have been
any,
there for a week.
They usually do 3 profiles. They let us do 4, and he was even going to let us do 5, but we took too long on the 4th one, and to figure out what was best. So out of the 4 we did, this is the one that we all decided was the best for not just our individual taste, but what we thought would be best for the stores to get a good return or sell better. So that's where we're at with that. And I really like the way they did it. I mean, obviously it's their way of doing things and no one else is going to do it because it's kind of special to Maker's Mark with the stave profiles. It's their thing, and they created an awesome thing that would be kind of just copying if someone else did it.
Yeah, so it is now out in the liquor stores, and I believe if you want this bottle, we can make that happen. Is that true?
I don't want to go that far. I can make it happen because I can buy you one and ship it to you.
Yes.
So
so we can make it happen.
And the bottle is like $85, and then whatever shipping cost is. But that's once they're gone, they're gone. And I was there last Friday, and both stores had a lot.
Well, they just got them.
Yeah, so, and I don't foresee them selling out overnight. So if anybody's interested in one of these, we can get it to you. Just email us at decknightotr@gmail.com or just comment below and I'll get back with you.
And hurry up on that so we can get you one.
Anyway, let's go ahead and open this sucker up. And while Amy's giving it a snoot and a taste and all that stuff, I'll read about these.
Probably should have already opened it.
Yeah, I wanted to open it. You're right, we should have, but I kind of wanted to open this one on the video. We haven't opened one on the video in a while because we've been doing the
Let it breathe.
But, and I'm going to tell you, I know this one's going to have a little spice for me to begin with. It's going to burn me up. I don't think it's going to burn Amy up, but that's going to be how it goes.
It's a good pop.
And tell them about your glass there, Amy.
Which glass?
The one that I'm pouring it in.
Oh. It's a Maker's Mark glass.
That we got the day of.
Yeah. Yay.
Amy appropriated it. She's good at that. We got a nice little...
it's one that I like. I love their glass. Look, you can hold it.
It's got the stem on a Glencairn.
Yeah, I love it.
So they gave us this book. It's got a lot of information in it, and I'm not going to get it all into it, but I'm going to find the stave profiles and talk about them individually.
So when we finally sell our glass, this is how I want it. I don't want a regular one.
It's going to be super expensive. They talk about the trees and the different type of way oak is done and tasting profiles. Does it smell good?
Oh, it smells wonderful.
Guys, I'm going to do this quick. So they got these staves. Natural open air seasoning is a critical step in barrel production. The phase makes the beginning of the two process. Deterioration of wood, polymers created, blah, blah, blah. And drying. They the unseasoned is just wood, and then they season it because they let it dry for a while. They do, like I talked about, let me do this unopened one. We got 2 bottles because one's from each store. One from Campbell Station and one from North Shore. And I just thought I should buy one from both. So the Baked American Pure, there's 2 different types of staves they used, American and French. There's only one American option, though. The Baked American Pure is American oak. It's toasted low and slow in a convection oven. It's got a classic cut. And when I see what the other cut is, I remember the difference. So then there's the Seared French QV, which is a French oak toasted in an infrared and cut with ridges and ruffles. So the wood is textured. So it's like an old, so like you buy a brand new 2x4, it's smooth. You buy a 2x4 from like 100 years ago, it's rough cut. So these are kind of, that's what the cut is rough. So
which probably gives more flavor.
Interaction, I would imagine. So the Maker's Mark 46 stave is a French oak. It's a seared infrared toasting, and it's a classic cut, so it's smooth. And this is the one that they created the Maker's 46 with. This profile is the Maker's 46 flavor. Roasted French Mendiant, French oak wood, low and slow in a convection oven, it's classic cut. And then the toasted French spice is the French oak, high and low in the convection oven, and classic cut. Now, I'm not going to get into reading the specific details, but they all have their own different flavor profile that they create. So what our choice was is we went with one. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. So with one Baked American Pure, 2 Seared French QV, 3 Maker's Mark 46, 4 roasted French Mendiant, and 0 of the toasted French spice. Now you can watch the video and go to each that we made, and it talks about each one. It tells what different flavors they bring. But again, this video is already getting too damn long, and it's going to be even longer if we get into that shit. So now we're going to get into tasting. So you smelt it. You thought it smelled great. What do you smell in that?
I forget now. I've already drank some.
There's
What's the proof on this?
That's a good question. 110.9.
That's why I like it. So it's better than I remembered.
It's a low proof for you.
Yeah, but it is better than I remember.
The smell?
Both. I already drank it.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm talking about smell right now.
The smell is wonderful.
I already tasted it last Friday, so.
Oh, that's right.
And I enjoyed it. I remember enjoying this more
than regular
Friday than when we chose it.
So Maker's Mark is definitely not on my list that I want, like, oh, we got to have Maker's Mark on that bar. I'm never in the mood for Maker's Mark.
And I'm not a big Weeder fan anymore, so I'm not either. So Maker's Mark is not something. When they offered to let us go, I was like, for sure, but I wish it was something different until we did it. And
oh my gosh.
Best experience ever.
Yeah, I don't think anything can compete with Maker's Mark. So they have my heart already. It is a sweeter, I think. It's got a sweet smell with some nutmeg and cinnamon with the vanilla and caramel onto it. It's a different profile than other Maker's Mark to me.
Obviously, because we created our own.
True, but if it's coming from the basic 49, you would think 46. That it has a little bit, 46.
But there's only 3 of those in there. So that would be a third of what the other, because you still got 6, 7 of the other ones influencing on top of those 3. So.
But when it comes to, I can just tell you, it's got vanilla and the caramel in it and some nutmeg.
I like that.
It's Christmassy.
Well,
don't you think?
I didn't know this was on the side of the barrel, but it's got stave profiles. The baked American Puree 2 is vanilla, honey, and bright fruit. The seared French Cuvée is creamy, toasted caramel, and almond. The Maker's Mark 46 is dried fruit, baking spices, and caramel. And then the roasted French Mondrian is milk, chocolate, coffee, and dried fruit. And then the last one was toasted French spices, clove, ripe fruit, and orange peel. So our highest number is the French Mondrian. So it should be more milk, chocolate, coffee, and dried fruit. And then it just goes down from there back up. 3 for the Maker's Mark.
You get that. You get that. It's like an espresso chocolate. When you say all of it, you can get almost every single flavor out of this.
It's very spicy in a good way. Like now, when I say spicy, I don't mean
hot.
But
it said creamy. So it was like a creamy spice.
I agree with that. So let me taste it because she's tasting. You talk about your taste. When you talk about your taste, and I'll taste it. Taste
I
it
don't
again.
remember.
I know. So taste it again.
The smell is just wonderful.
It is amazing.
So the burn is right on point. It is definitely got that Kentucky hug. It starts at the beginning, covers the mouth, and ends with not too much, but right at the end, and it doesn't go down your throat.
I'm going to have to buy another bottle of
this. It stays up on your mouth. It doesn't go down your esophagus. But is it going down yours?
No.
No.
No, it
just
extremely
does
even,
all your mouth.
Extremely even, and it's feel like from the beginning to the end, it's got a decent burn that's not killing me. And then I disagree with her when it says it goes down the throat, but I think that's me because of my throat issues, because there is a little bit, but it's not.
No, it's like right here, but it doesn't go any further.
Mine does, but it's me. It's me. But the feel is smooth. It's got a really rich
burn.
It's got an even burn throughout your whole mouth, but it's got a creamy feel
kind of burn
that does not intensify or grow. It's got good character, but it's not too much.
Man,
I think it's perfect.
Guys, I think we did a great job.
Now,
when I came away from this table, the tasting table, I was like, oh, we could have done so much better. It's, again, when you're sitting there and you've had so much to drink already, it's hard to do that. Man, we did a good job.
Well, when we first
is it the glass that helps?
Well, we drink out of this very glass while we were there. Honey.
I know, but I mean the glass does help because it's that.
But that day we drank White Dog. We drank straight out of the barrel of the standard Maker's Mark, because this all is. It starts out as the standard Maker's Mark. Every day is very consistent. It's rotated. It's heat
very
cycled,
consistent.
all that stuff. That's what it started as. and then it did the different staves and stuff, and we created our flavor profile. So I forgot where I was going.
I think Maker's Mark is probably the most consistent place that I've ever heard of them doing that.
The way they do it, yeah.
But then you put those staves in, and that's what creates everything, which is so neat.
I forgot where I was going with the point I was trying to make, but it is.
This is good. I say, way to go, guys. Marcus and Michael and Nate. We did a good job.
There was only 5 of us, wasn't
there? Yeah, there was only 5.
Huh. That's only 5 of us.
Which creates a better dynamic to choose.
Yeah, we know that. You got to have an odd number.
You have to have an odd number.
So you can have a even, or not an even, but a tiebreaker. And then, which we found out at Old Forester last month. It's just really good. I don't know what to tell you guys as far as what flavors I'm getting, because I just enjoy it. And that's what I like to do for me, is say, I like it. It's good. And I just said I'm gonna have to buy a couple more of these, because once they're gone, they are gone, and I'm really enjoying it.
And I again, I'm not a Maker's Mark, but I would drink this every day. And I was really scared of it when it was still when we got it. I was like, oh, I hate to hate ours. I know that Nate wanted a different name, but it ended up just being the store name.
Well, we all talked about a different name, but obviously the owner gets to choose, and he wanted the store names on it.
Which, as an owner, I'd probably do that too.
So it's, but it ended up being.
I'm impressed.
Let's talk. Well, we're sitting there just saying it's good, but let's try to say something that's like, what's good about it? Is it? I do get a little bit of chocolatey.
When it comes to the taste profile, we talked about how it hugs and it goes all the way through your mouth. You got some burn on the top. You got a little lip action. You got a little tongue. Goes down a little bit down your esophagus, but not very much. Very creamy. You've got some chocolate flavors. To me, it's like an espresso chocolate.
Yeah, on the back end for me. And then up front.
And it lingers with that chocolate.
It doesn't give a bad aftertaste.
Nope. It's one that you want to keep going after. It's a dessert to me. No? It's very Christmassy.
But you do say that a lot about wheated bourbons.
I do.
But I'm getting a lot of the spice up front, which is different. Usually it's the other way around for me. You do. You get it at the end. The nutmeg and the vanilla caramel, but then it transfers to the back to the espresso chocolate. So I'm enjoying this one a lot.
You get more of the
and it's got
fruit in the smell and not in the mouth.
And it's got a very even spice all the way through.
Yeah. So but that fruit I'm not getting in my mouth. Are you?
No, I'm not. But I do like, well, the fruit is more of the one we didn't even choose at all. But we did. It says dried fruit for the French Mondial, which was our highest one, and then the very first baked American pure is bright fruit, but it only has one stay profile in there.
Yeah. And how many was the
Mondial?
Yeah,
was 4.
Yeah, that's definitely sticking in there.
And then the Maker's Mark 46 has dried fruit in it, but it was our 3 that we chose.
And so I do know that all of us wanted that chocolate taste in it.
Well, I didn't.
You didn't. The rest of us wanted the chocolate taste.
Yeah, they did. They really wanted that Mondial's influence.
And it definitely did.
Well,
so if you wanted espresso kind of chocolate, the spice, this is the one.
Guys, I started this video by saying that barrel picks, people always talk about you're going to get the best one. It's the best barrel pick ever. I love barrel picks. Store picks. They're just awesome. And I'm on a poo-poo on that with the 3 barrel options, and it is what it is. I don't think store picks.
Well, we'll see when we get our Old Forester one.
Yeah, I don't think that barrel picks are that big a deal. I don't think that store picks are as the craze that everybody wants them to be. I get when you get into the bourbon world and you've tried everything, you like the store picks because it gives you something different. It's a single barrel. It's a little different flavors and taste profiles and stuff. And I still don't think that's that big a deal. I don't. But
I agree with you.
We've never had, Amy and I have never tried one of these private selections that has the different stave profile. You go to the liquor store and they have all these different names, and there's a lot of them. They have all the different profiles. And when you go back and watch the video, they have every one there. And they have a huge shelf of all the different store picks. And we've never tried one. It's just never, because we not a big makers people, so we're like, meh, it's not worth $80. But I tell you what, if I'm going to be a store pick guy, I believe in Maker's Mark because of the options and the opportunity they create for you to actually build the best flavor profile compared to the other people that just say, here's some barrels we pick for you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is the best bourbon ever. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's the best store pick ever. but I really like it.
But I'm not a Maker's Mark girl. This makes me, well, their tour and us doing this, it did make me be like, oh, right, I like you guys.
But this particular bottle of juice is really good. And like Amy said at the beginning of the video, if you want one, contact us. We will figure it out. It's whatever it costs plus the shipping. I believe it was $85.
But if they get to I'm sure Campbell Station does. I don't know about North Shore. So if they're doing tastings over there, this is going to sell out.
Oh, they both have open
they're
bottles.
both doing tastings. Yeah. Well, this is a seller, so
yeah, that sucker's good.
I'm believing it.
All right, I was going to pop open a regular Maker's and compare them, but I'm not going to do that because
you don't want to ruin it.
No, this shit's going to kill it. It's not even worth trying.
Yeah.
And this video is long enough as it is. So, guys, our first barrel pick, I think we did great. Now, it wasn't just us. Like I said, Michael, Marcus, and Nate, you guys were part of it. And I tell you what, I'm a hope on our next, when we get the Old Forester pick, I want to have Nate and Marcus over because they were on the pick with us. And Marcus is a genius. He is a bourbon genius.
Yeah, I very much like Marcus and him going.
Nate, you don't suck, buddy. Marcus is the genius.
But Nate, so much appreciated of you and letting us go on this journey with you because it's pretty cool.
So, you guys have just a great experience. I don't know what to say.
No.
Great bottle.
Great bottle.
I can't tell you to go to your store and get it, but
because you can't get it. You gotta ask us because nobody's around here except for
Brent.
This isn't just a members video.
No, it's not.
No. So if you're around us in Tennessee and Knoxville, and you're just making that trip, come and get it. It's at Campbell Station or North Shore in Knoxville.
North Shore Wine and Spirits or Campbell Station Wine and Spirits.
So check them out, and if not, you can't get it, then
let us know. We'll help you out.
Let us know. Comment below, and we will get it for you.
And with all that, comment below stuff, like, subscribe,
please
comment, share, hit the bell. We're going to be doing random live streams, and we're going to be giving away some bottles. You know, we might get a couple of these and give these away.
That's a great idea.
And we also have, we've doing a little bit of collecting of some Buffalo Trace Tater Barrel bottles. We're going to give some of those away, which we always do with winner's choice. If you win, you get to choose. So that's what we have that day. And then when we hit our 3,000 subscribers, we got a couple of hard-to-get tater bottles that we're going to give away.
Are they unicorns?
No, they're not unicorns.
But they're taters.
But they're hard to get. So,
and it could be unicorns for you.
Could be. I mean, I don't think they classify as unicorns, but it could be a unicorn, your unicorn, which would be great.
Yeah, and you get to choose. So,
hit that bell.
Hit that bell. Like, and share.
And that's it.
Yeah, so it was great sipping with you guys tonight. And we will see you next time.
Maker's Mark Barrel Pick. If you can't get this one, try a different one because this one's way better than the regular. All right. Keep sipping.